MMA Oddsbreaker, welcome back. I'm Frank Trigg. We're talking to Jessica Aguilar again. This is like one of my favorite interviews. I love talking to her. I actually try to get you when you have nothing going on, just because I want to have some fun. You know, it's kind of strange. How are you right now?
It's awesome. I'm doing awesome. I mean, the bumps and bruises, but other than that, everything is going great. I have another week. What's left of this week and the next week of hard training, and then I'm done with camp. It flew by, man. But I'm doing good.
World Series of Fighting 15. It's World Series of Fighting sneaks up on me all the time. It's not one of those that you see every time you get on TV, but it seems like all of a sudden, boom, there's another fight coming up. There's another fight coming up. You're in essentially Miami, Southern Florida. This fight's in Tampa, which is essentially Central Florida. How many of your friends and family are going to show up for this fight? It's only 3 hours away, right, by drive?
That's right. It's about 4 hours from here, from Coconut Creek. I mean, I have another teammate on the card as well. So we're gonna have, we're gonna have a good group out there and cheering for us. So it's good to have it, close by, 4 hours away from home, and here in Tampa again, here in Florida.
Kalindra Faria, that's your opponent. What does she do that's different than anybody else? Like I've watched some tape on her. I'm trying to kind of, I try to figure stuff out, try to figure these fights out. I've been a fan of yours for a long time. So it's just one of those. What does your opponent do that you haven't experienced yet? You've seen it in practice, but you haven't experienced yet in a live fight.
Well, I mean, going back in the 22 fights that I've had, looking back, I mean, she has good striking. I've had, already competed against a striker, so she's just she has a little both. She has a striking and she has the ground. It's exciting because she's on, she's been winning. She's on an 11 win streak. She hasn't lost in 11 fights. And I'm kind of close to that too. I'm not sure, but so it's an interesting matchup. It's a good matchup, so I'm excited. She's a little taller than me. She's a stand-up girl with good jiu-jitsu, so it should be another exciting fight.
You're on a 9-fight win streak right now. You haven't lost since 2010, September 2010, so 4 years. And before that, you were on a 4-fight win streak at that point. So you're a streaker. Like you get a lot of streaks going on. This fight, though, to me, it seems like the World Series of Fighting is going to start having problems finding women that you can compete with, because you are so much better than everybody else right now in the weight class that they can't find anybody really to give you a hard competition. Are you starting to feel that a little bit too as you're getting through practice and you're getting through these fights, that you're feeling like they've got to start digging a little bit deeper and finding some more girls to battle against?
Well, yeah, I'm really hard on myself even in training, so I have a lot to learn. I might be, I might be the champ and everything, and yeah, I am the best. But I'm always learning, and I have still a lot to learn. But through training, I mean, I bring in, my friend Romero from Mexico to help me because I like to work specifically on my opponent. So I really don't like to go with just everyone, because it's not, that's not training smart, and that's not training specific. One training specifically for I'll continue to do so for the rest of my contract, and I'm just staying positive and hoping that they will keep me busy. But I want to stay busy and I want to keep fighting the best.
Is it more important to stay busy for you or to keep fighting tougher competition?
Um, well, we have to do those, both of those.
Yeah.
Stay busy and fight good competition. I don't want to just keep fighting. I mean, but this opponent, she's highly ranked. She's in the top 10 as well.
Yeah.
She has a great record, so it's a great matchup. both. It's a great matchup for myself, and it's a great matchup for for the organization. But there needs to be a balance. I need good competition, and I need to stay busy.
The World Series of Fighting did a great job of getting this match put together, getting Kalindra, bringing her up and getting her in and making this fight happen. It just seems like to me that a lot of times that they're struggling to find good quality opponents for you. But there's so many women at the weight class that in America we know nothing about that are fighting in Brazil, that are fighting in Japan, that are fighting in Russia. And I'm the first guy to go, oh, he's Russian. Yeah, he's 30-0, but who cares? Because who have they actually fought? Then they come over and they run the gamut on everybody. You're like, oh, okay, they've had some great competition. I think that's going to happen too with you a lot. That a lot of these people that no one has ever heard of, be like, oh, well, who's this Kalindra? We've never seen her fight before. Like, what is she? All of a sudden, like, whoa, like it was a tough matchup. It became a great fight. And all of a sudden, it's something to get behind. I know her because I'm that guy. I look at everything, and when I'm going to talk to you, I want to know everything that's going on about your opponent. Where do you think right now, outside the States, is the toughest women that no one's ever heard of in the United States at your weight class, 115 pounds?
Right now, that nobody's.
Is it going to be more out of Japan? Is it going to be more out of China? Is it more out of Brazil? Like, where do you think most women are hiding right now?
And now, Frank, yeah, I think that there's a lot in Japan that a lot of people don't know about, and I mean, in Brazil as well. They just keep growing, and there's girls out there with the experience that we don't know. Just like my the fight before, Amy Fujino, nobody knew about her. She was tough, She kept coming, and that was a good fight. So yeah, people just need to be more open-minded, and I'm just staying positive and trusting that the WSF will keep doing that, and understand that I want to continue fighting the best people, the best competition out there, and I want to stay busy. I'm 32 years old, and I'm the champion now. I want to continue being the champion, but I want to stay busy. I can't just and I want to fight the best. I want to continue proving who's the best.
At 32, how much longer do you want to do this? Do you have a game plan? Do you have an end plan? Is there a thought process?
You know how that is. Oh, we have 3 more fights. We have a year left, and then we go another year,
Yeah.
And that's just something that I started thinking about. Right now, I don't want to stop. I want to keep going another 3-4 years. But we'll see what happens. I just want to stay busy and continue to best. But I will tell you one thing, Frank. I'm going to go out a champion. I'm not going to go out losing.
Yeah, trying to hold on, I lost it, and I lose it, and you keep trying to chase the dream again. You're like, it's better.
Right.
It's, to me, honestly, being a former athlete and staying in the game maybe a year or two too long. I should have got out a little bit quicker than I did. And seeing a lot of the guys my same age are still fighting that should clearly retire because they're drooling, they can barely speak anymore, a lot of head trauma. Like, there's a lot of my friends I'm really concerned about, like they should get out, but they're men. I'm not going to tell them when they quit. Now that I'm out and I have time to think back on it, it's better to go out the champ. It's better to go a little bit early than stay a little bit too long. It's always better to have that legacy kind of sit. So
absolutely.
So let's get personal. How things at home? Everything going okay at the house? You're obviously in bed right now. I woke you up from a nap.
Everything is awesome. Everything is awesome. She's here. The baby is there. Everything is awesome. Everything is awesome. Can't complain, Frank.
Last time we talked, you said that you two haven't, other than like the training camp arguments where you're just had a bad practice or are hungry or trying to get on your rhythm, like there's been you guys never have any kind of spites or fights or whatever during your relationship outside of that. I'm an athlete and this thing has got to be right now, right here kind of thing. Is it still the same way?
It's still the same way. This camp has gotten a lot better. Now she kind of knows how it is. If I'm moody, just leave me alone. If it's not, don't take it personal.
Yeah.
So yeah, now this is a lot better. It's gotten a lot better. Then after the fight, it's just all fun. So
yeah, right. Yeah, it's the easy part.
Yeah.
Is she walking away from you a lot more now? You
No,
stay like, no.
yeah.
I'm just.
She just goes in the room. She doesn't even tell me anything. Yeah.
Yeah, see, yeah, she gets you. She understands
Just
now.
stay away.
Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah, I remember those
Don't
days.
touch me. Don't touch me.
Yeah.
Don't take it personal.
That's perfect. Oh, hey, I did want to say
Asking
something.
me.
You're It's tough to tell because the way what you wear during your fights, but it looked like you got more fit during your last fight. It looked. I mean, it looked like you were a little bit more. You weren't. I don't want to say you were like all bulked up, but you were a little bit stronger, a little bit fitter, and a little bit, a little bit skinnier through your waist, and I mean, a little more of a bubble butt. And what?
Yeah, that's
what you do.
You said I had a little bigger butt.
Little bubble butt. You had a little bit of a bubble butt. Like, it's not. You're not known for your butt, but it was there.
Thank you, Frank. That's awesome. I have the right nutritionist. She's feeding me right. She's feeding me right, and I have gotten a little fitter. Yeah, I have. It's true. Yeah, you're right.
It's strange for someone, especially for women. You're 32, so you're kind of in your pattern, and this isn't like you just started fighting and now I'm getting in shape. Like somebody just comes off the couch after 20 years and starts doing CrossFit and they're getting in shape. You've been in shape. You've been training and competing your entire life, and all of a sudden it was enough of a change that I was like, wow, Jessica really took this fight seriously. Your last fight, I was like, geez, like she stepped up her game even more. Did something happen? Was there?
It's called diet. It's called the right foods, man. It's crazy. It's so important, but it's the right food. Just changing the foods. That's it.
Wow.
That's the clean foods. Just eating. It's the food. It's the diet. It's crazy. And you know what? I've gotten in better shape. More muscle, more toned. And the only thing still with me is that I'm not eating as much as I should because I'm burning so much. So now I'm having a problem of eating, enough. But other than that, I mean, it's the diet, Frank.
Wow, it was enough. Like honestly, it's enough of a change. Where I was like, it took me back a little bit when I saw the fight. I couldn't believe it because remember, my girlfriend was there and had to like film it for me and send it to me because I was overseas. I was like, I got to see this fight. And I couldn't get it live. Then I came back and watched the repeat. I was like, even on the grainy iPhone, illegal taping from the crowd and sending it over to me feed, I could see the difference. And it was even more so when I got home and saw it in HD. So it was incredible. Obviously, the diet's working. Whatever you're doing, whatever stick Labario's hitting you with at night is working because it's got you put together. It really has.
That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, diet's very important.
Well, that's Jessica Aguilar. She's getting ready to fight Kalindra Faria, right? Did I say that last name right? Faria, coming up on World Series of Fighting 15. November 15th, you can see her. If you're anywhere in Florida or in Georgia, you need to get down there and get to Tampa and watch this fight. It's incredible watching her fight live. It's totally different than seeing her on TV. And it's a great card. World Series of Fighting has put together an amazing card for this one.
It is 3 title fights.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good night of fights. So I mean, I wish you could come out live to one of the fights one day. I know you're so busy, but one day it'll happen.
This one I actually was trying to get to, but it looks like I'm gonna be on a film right in the middle of it, and I can't. I got to work, so I got to stay put. No.
That's right. I understand.
Especially Tampa, because I love Tampa. Oh,
really?
Yeah, I love Tampa.
Well, we're still waiting on your visit. So
I know you still want to come to Coconut Creek. I know.
You and Joe. You guys are still. You're welcome.
Thank you. We appreciate that. Thank you. We definitely got to get down there. Her grandmother lives in Orlando, and I have, of course, Labario's yelling at me all the time to get down, and half my friends train at ATT, so it's just easy for me to get down. I just need to plan it and do it, and stop saying I'm going to do it and just get it done.
Plan it. You have a place to stay, so no excuses. I don't want to hear excuses.
No. See, I'm running my last excuse. All right, thanks so much, Jess. I appreciate it. Have a great fight, and we'll definitely be talking after the fight.
Thank you so much, Frank. And the belt's gonna stay here.
Perfect. You wake up to that belt every morning and go to sleep to it every night.
That's gonna stay with me.
I like it. Good job, champ. All right, we'll talk to you soon.
That's right. Thank you so much, Frank. Thank you.
Bye.
Awesome. Bye-bye.